Hello students, here I am Rajesh sir, Nelson's High School. Once again welcome in Standard 9 subject Mathematics, Chapter 1 Number System. As we have solved last time exercise 1.1 and in that we found the rational numbers between the two given range of numbers and state true or false type also some last question was there and we have given the answers with reason. So example 1 and 2 were left before exercise 1.1. That also will include here in this lecture now. So example 1 is also again as the last question in exercise, it is state true or false for the given statement and we have to give the reason for that, true or false. So the very first statement is every whole number is a natural number. So as you know that whole number is denoted by W, in which comes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 all numbers, and natural number is denoted by N, in that comes 1, 2, 3, 4 all numbers. Because 0 of this whole number doesn't come in natural numbers, so W is not a subset of N. In our first lecture also we understood that W is not a subset of N, but N is a subset of W. That is, all the natural numbers comes in whole number, but whole number doesn't come in natural number because 0 in whole number there is, but in N there is no 0. So with this reason we can say that every whole number is a natural number. This statement is false because of this reason. The second statement is every integer is a rational number. This is the statement given. So integer denoted by Z, rational number denoted by Q. As we have seen in lecture 1, Z is a subset of Q. Every integer, that is 0, minus numbers and plus numbers, can be written in the form of P upon Q. We can write the upon 1 always there. So there will be the rational number N. So Z is a subset of Q. This statement will be true. Next, third, every rational number is an integer. This is the reverse of this statement. Every rational number is an integer. For this, every rational number denoted by Q and integer denoted by Z. As you know that Q is not a subset of Z, but its reverse. Z is a subset of Q, which we used in second also. So by this reason, Q is not a subset of Z. So every rational number is not an integer. So this statement is false to be right. So this way example 1 we have done. Now example 2 we have in our book. Find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. So in exercise we have solved this type of question and we used the multiplying ratio method, and it was very easy, so I told you to follow that method. But in our textbook this example is given by mean method also. How to get by mean method the rational numbers? How many rational numbers? So many rational numbers that you know that between the two range there are infinitely many rational numbers present. So to find it, we have two methods. That one method we applied in exercise, that was the multiplying ratio method, and then this method also we can apply by mean method, which is given in our textbook also. In example, this method is given. So let's understand this method also because it was not discussed in the exercise. In exercise only multiplying ratio method was applied because it was so easy and you can use it. Okay, by mean method we solve this now. So by mean method, as in the heading only I had a mean, to find one by one all the rational numbers, 5 we want, 5 rational numbers, we will find one by one. So to get first rational number, what we do, we have two numbers here, 1 and 2, between these two we want the rational number. So we will find the mean of these two numbers. You know that how to find mean for these two numbers? Sum of these two numbers upon how many numbers it has? 1 and 2. So sum and number of observation, that is 2. So 1 plus 2 given numbers, sum upon given number of numbers. Two numbers are given, so 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3 upon 2. It is the first rational number by mean method we got. Now to get second rational number, we have an option Now we have 1, 2 and 3 by 2. Three numbers we have. So we can take the mean of 1 and 3 by 2. We can take the mean of 2 and 3 by 2. Any we can follow. So I have done here the mean of 3 by 2 and 1. See, second rational number is 3 by 2, this number, plus the one given number. Again 2 number are added here. So divided by 2, this way we will find the mean of these two numbers. The mean of these two numbers will give you the second rational number. And how it is done, see, 3 upon 2, 1 upon nothing is there. So we will take the LCM as 2. So 3 by 2 as 3 as it is, plus 2 ones are 2 will be here 2. And this down 2 will be as it is. Up there 3 plus 2 is 5. And down there 2 and 2 will be in multiply form. So 2 into 2, it will give 5 as 5, 2 2s are 4. This is the second rational number we got. Now, this second rational number we got by finding the mean of 3 by 2 and 1. To get the third, we have an option that we can find the mean of 3 by 2 and 2 also. So that we will do. Third rational number is the mean of 3 by 2 and 2. How to find mean of 3 by 2 and 2? You have to do the sum of these two. So it is done. 3 by 2 plus 2, the sum, and divided by these two numbers 2. Because total number 2 given, so 2. Again, how to add it? So 2 is LCM, 2 2s are 4 here, and 3 as it is, and this down 2 as it is. 3 plus 4 7, and down 2 into 2 4. 7 by 4. Fourth rational number for that. Now we have found the mean of 3 by 2 and 1 and 3 by 2 and 2 in these two. So the next number we can apply here, 5 by 4, the second rational number we have. We can find the mean of this 5 by 4 and 1 to get the next. Actually, we can find the mean of any next coming numbers. We have to just find out the mean of any two different numbers always. Because if you will take one and again both the numbers same, the answer will be same and it will not be the distinct number. So find the distinct number, whatever the answers we are getting, first rational number, second rational number, third rational number, we can find the mean of that two given numbers. So here what I have done, I am finding the 5 by 4 and 1's mean to get the fourth rational number is 5 by 4, this second rational number, and given one number, I will find the mean of these two. So divided by 2, as the mean formula you know, sum of the observation upon number of observations. Sum of these 2 upon 2 will be 4 will be LCM here, 5 as 5 plus 4 ones are 4, and down 2 as it is. Up there 5 4 9, and down there 4 into 2. So 9 as 9 and 4 to the 8. Then to find fifth rational number, we found the mean of 5 by 4 and 1. We have an option now, 5 by 4 and 2's mean we can find. So fifth rational number is 5 by 4 plus 2. I am finding the mean of 5 by 4 and 2. So 5 by 4 and 2 added upon 2 numbers are there, so divided by 2. Again the LCM is 4, and 4 2s are 8 will be 5 as 5 and 2 as 2. 5 and 8, 13 up there, and 4 into 2 down there, 13 upon 8. This way we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rational numbers which were asked here. One more thing here to understand that it is not necessary to go this way only, in this order only to find the mean of two numbers. You may find here the mean of these two numbers also on fourth place, and these two numbers 7 by 4 and 1, 7 by 4 and 2 on this fifth place. Anywhere you can take the mean and it will be the correct answer. So I have got these answers, 5 answers. If you do in your other way, if you are finding the mean of different numbers which you are getting next and next, your answer may be differ from this third place to fourth place to fifth place. That's why if you will see the answers of this question in the backside also, in answers given in the textbook backside, so it may differ, it may vary the answers, because so many options you have to find the mean between the two numbers. So don't bother if you are finding if your answers are not matching after 2 or 3 or 4th places, but you have to go this way only. And this mean method you can apply. If mean method is asked, not asked also, it's up to you which method you want to apply here. Mean method or multiplying ratio method, any you can multiply. But the answers may match or may not match, it doesn't make difference. Okay, because between 1 and 2 infinitely many rational numbers are there and we have found only 5. So for the next person maybe the answers differ, because why the answers will differ? They may have you may take the different two numbers to find the mean of that two numbers. So you will get your next different answers. But you have to go this way, mean method. This is the mean method given in the textbook, that also we discussed. This is also one of the method, you can use it. And in exercise 1.1 we have done the method, that also you can use it. In the textbook again, this solution is given first, solution 1, and as solution 2 given, that is the different method which was we have used in exercise 1.1, which is multiplying ratio type, that also you can